Listen, playtest. Is that you?
Crazy playtest, yeah. That's what my praetor was doing.
You're good.
Alright, so we woke up super early to make this flight, which we almost didn't make because Melissa left her phone at home. So we had to miraculously somehow make it back to my house, get her phone, make it to the parking at the airport, and still make it for a flight. Man, what a crazy morning. We almost didn't make it, but we're here now. Still somehow had time to get some coffee and wait for a couple minutes before our flight started aboard. And that's exactly what we did. We're really thankful that the Indianapolis airport has local coffee available and is extremely good, and we love it.
This backpack's so damn big. Alright, time to head to Houston.
You can ask some of the pilots, depending on the flight that you're in, for some trading cards. They're cool to collect, they're just cool to have for just memorabilia. Or fly if you're gonna go from Indianapolis to Houston and Houston to Mexico. And thankfully, everything turned out fine. We were dealing with the government shutdown at the time, so we were a little bit stressed. When we arrived to Houston, we were on the opposite side from where we needed to be, so we had to take the shuttle and be pretty speedy. We still had a little bit of time at the gate, so very thankful for that.
Ooh, B7, that's right. Alright, what's the status? What have we done? Nothing? Sat on a plane? Yeah. Just don't stop walking.
We ended up making it on our flight. It's always super sketchy when you're loading into a plane from the runway, but you know. When we landed in Mexico, we were obviously greeted with my family, see my brothers, see my niece, see my cousins, see my aunt. They picked us up from the airport, and immediately our first thought was, we're hungry as fuck, and we need to get some food in our stomachs ASAP. And that's what we did.
Translate that playtest.
I can't do it. First stop, hungry, so Tortas.
We planned a 4-day visit to San Miguel de Allende. Melissa and I had already gone there before the previous year, so it was only right to bring Tony and Plunk over so they can check out the city and for us to spend a little bit more time there as well. On the way there, we were lucky enough to see a sort of pilgrimage going on. It's something that the locals do every year around the same time. There's a bunch of people on the horses, so that was pretty cool.
Holy shit, we finally fucking made it.
There's no audio there.
I think it's in there.
We arrived to our Airbnb, which was pretty cool. It's like really great location, almost in the middle of everything. The only downside, which was kind of not really so bad, was this uphill that we had to climb to get back to it.
This is insane.
We're in Martinsville.
No, we're not. Hell yeah, dude. What? This is one without the bathrooms, I think this is. I'm not here. I can go here. This is so cool. Okay, how do you say where we're at?
Where we're at? ¿Dónde estamos?
I know that's not it. San Miguel de what?
Oh, you say, how do you say where we're at?
Yeah.
That's what I translated, where we're at.
It's on my shit.
That's what you said.
Since San Miguel is a little bit farther from where my brother lives in the city where we were going to end our destination in, they decided to kind of just stay for the rest of the day, and we kind of just explore together.
Pretty excited, so I'm just gonna take you along with me.
San Miguel de Allende, it's a really cool town. It's considered the heart of Mexico, so you'll see that all over the city. It's because it was the birthplace of the Mexican independence. So it's a really cool, fun fact. And the city itself has a lot of culture and a lot of history. So if you guys ever get the chance to explore, I would definitely do so. And hopefully this video is a little bit of a guide for you to go out there and do that.
Oh my god! I just walked into the store and immediately got just like bombarded with just free food, like free samples, and Melissa walked away with some food. So. Day one, how many hours have we slept?
2 or like 1.5.
Except Plunk, she slept nothing.
Plunk's slept no hour.
She's on a 32-hour run. Can you keep it up? 31. Ya voy por los 32.
9 menos que yo.
There's a couple spots that I had on my bucket list to visit. One of them was La Banda Coffee Shop. It was a really cool breakfast place that I sort of like sniped on the Instagram feed. And there was somewhat of a wait. Luckily, the breakfast place is along the path of a really popular market in San Miguel, where there's a lot of artisan shops, local shops from a variety of different places in Mexico, primarily known for their stainless steel. So if you are looking for rings, bracelets, change, things like that, you'll have an abundance of that over here. And this market is going to show itself a bunch of times because it's like a primary path to go up and down the city if you're like in that designated place, which we were. So definitely just brace yourselves for seeing it a lot.
We'll go by the shop where they make those cups that we have, the latte cups.
Oh yeah.
It's been 20 minutes since I got
This being the first breakfast spot that we hit on our visit here, it was pretty great. I love the food. I really enjoyed it. I got this salsa de chicharrón, which is just like pork rind sauce if you translate it, with some fried eggs, some avocado, and some salsa verde. And Plunk and Anthony got a French toast, I believe, and some molletes, which is basically just a Mexican bread cut in half with some beans and cheese and avocado. After eating, we thought, what better way to digest the food than to just explore. And on our last visit as well, there was this Central library, almost like near the downtown area, and I wanted to revisit it and kind of just take them. There's this really cool mural that's painted in the ceiling. It makes the interior look pretty insane. And here it is.
Oh, we are right here.
Kind of just continuing to walk around, saw some horses, saw this dog over here. And then we took a little break. We kind of just found a little restaurant, got a couple sodas and a couple drinks, and we kind of just chilled for a little bit.
Been walking around all day in San Miguel. So there's nothing else planned today. We got reservations on Tuesday and Wednesday. We're not even playing games, so I don't know. Playtest walks. Playtest touches grass. That's the name of the vlog.
Playtest walkthrough.
Now, Tony was on a mission to get some street food. There's not a lot of street food carts in San Miguel, but the ones that we did find were absolutely gas. We found this little restaurant near the downtown area. Got some like melted cheese appetizer thing. We had just eaten a fuck ton of tacos, so we were kind of just chilling for the night. It was a good sort of place to kind of just wind down and end the night with. And then we moved on to the second night. Second night as well, there's another place on my hit list of breakfast locations. It was called Casa, and I think this was one of the top, if not the favorite spot for eating breakfast. They were making the bread right there on the spot. They had like a dedicated sort of like bakery on the side. The coffee was pretty gas, and the breakfast was pretty gas as well. Something about me, if you gave me some eggs and some beans and coffee, I'm a happy man. Now, right after the coffee place, again, what's the best way to kind of digest your food? You walk for at least 20 minutes to your next location. That's exactly what we did. The streets in San Miguel are really cool. There's no stoplights. All the lights that you see at night and during the day, they're all this hue of yellow. It's very historical looking. It's a very historic town. So everything is sort of protected in a way, and it needs to be a certain way. Our specific goal for this day, outside from breakfast, was to go visit the Aurora, which it used to be a textile factory, which is now converted into artist studios and lofts, which was one, absolutely insanely big. And it was really, really cool to see the variety of different art styles and paintings and articles of clothing and sculptures and everything. It was really eye-opening. And as a bonus, there's a restaurant in there, and we had to kind of just chill for a little bit after all that walking.
That looks insane. I just got a Dr. Pepper.
This place was absolutely huge. If you ever make it to San Miguel, or if you've ever been to San Miguel and you haven't gone to La Aurora, you should definitely visit. And of course, on the way back, we had to walk through the little market, so that's what we did. And you know me, I'm all about food. I had to stop and get some lunch. So after winding down the Airbnb, we decided to hit one of the parks, which is on my to-go locations. This was south of the city where we were located, about 20-ish minute walk. We decided to kind of just wander the streets at night. You'll see some of those yellow warm lights all through the park and through this city. The park itself is called Benito Juárez Park, which is named after the first indigenous Mexican president, which is really, really cool. We ran into a couple students on both sides of the park. Well, some were just doing like traditional dance class, and the other ones doing tap dancing, I think. We made it to the very, very top, which was sort of like lookout portion of the city. Now, we did have a destination later that day, which was a reservation that I had made for a restaurant called La Única. We were thankful that it was on the way down. We weren't planning for that, but it just worked that way. I had some shrimp with garlic. I can't remember what the rest of us had, but it was really, really nice. On our fourth and final day, we did have a reservation later that day, but that ended up changing, and you'll see later why that was. I said, let's walk to the other side of the city. There's a little market that has, again, a completely different market, but it has some food vendors, and we were aiming for one in particular. It's called El Huarache Veloz. El Huarache is a traditional Mexican dish. It's basically just translates to sandal, and the way that it's named sandal is because it's almost the size of a sandal, of a shoe. It kind of resembles a shoe, so that's what it's called that. After eating, we made our way back towards the downtown area. There's a specific spot that I've been wanting to go. We try to go on Monday, but they're closed on Mondays, and we try revisiting here on Wednesday. It's called Bellas Artes. There's some, it's free to the public. There's a library in there, but some really cool like art installation and a somewhat sort of like pop-up museums. And it's really cool to experience. We visited this area before, Melissa and I, and it's really cool to re-experience it again, and kind of just take a little bit more time to take the art in and the installation that's on the wall. And once again, after all that walking, with a little bit more room in our bellies, we decided to find another restaurant and just chill for a little bit, take some photos, have a couple drinks, and kind of just enjoy the day. In San Miguel, it was relatively warm during the day and relatively cold during the night, so we had to figure out a dress, and we managed somehow. That's something, again, that we were trying to hit, especially Tony. He was trying to get an esquite, which is just Mexican street corn. Now, there was this burger place that we've been talking about for days now that we went here last time. It's called Bastardos. It's a really cool burger place, sort of bar like in the backside, sort of like beer garden type of thing. And they had a promotion going. It was buy one get one if you were paying cash, and that thing was gas. Now this is where the plans changed. We ran into this little sort of pocket of the city, which was Mezcal and craft beer tasting called Casa Murciélagos. Flavio, which was our bartender, was absolutely amazing. It was kind of sketchy walking in there, and then you kind of just get thrown into this sort of like experience and like mezcal tasting. I'm gonna just say right now, before this trip, I wasn't a tequila or a mezcal guy. I think I understand it now, and thanks to Flavio, I understand it a little bit more. And he was just a really cool guy, had really cool stories to tell. He was very talkative, which is something that I appreciate. He was talking to us in both English and Spanish, which was really cool. This was like one of those things where like you really wish you could experience everywhere you go. And you can totally tell by my face that I really enjoyed it.
I don't know how much. I don't know where I'm at.
I need you to put this in. How are we getting in? The gates are locked.
0509.
Found. Whoa. Thank God.
Behind the back. Which way did he go? Bruising ankle.
That was our last full day in San Miguel. Now it's time to transition over to my dad's house. He lives about an hour-ish, 45 minutes-ish away, and we weren't gonna make him drive since I already drove us off. So we decided to take the bus system, which was really cool. Recovering from the night before, I'll be honest, and my mom made some food, and then we kind of just chilled for the rest of the day. The next day we went on a sort of excursion to a place called Peña. I've never been there before. It was sort of this like restaurant on the side of a mountain, and then you hike a little bit higher up the mountain. You go through this suspended bridge. You buy like bells, you write something on the bells, and then you tie it to the bridge. It was a pretty cool experience. I really enjoyed it.
Stop walking so fucking heavy-footed. This is where I was born. Right there.
We got some food with my family. We got to kind of just chill for a little bit. The food was pretty cool. There were some horses. Good time.
They're forking around.
The next day, final day on Saturday, this was going to be one of the biggest days, one of the longest days. There's an international hot air balloon festival that happens every year during this specific weekend in Guanajuato, in León, Guanajuato. We missed it last time. We weren't able to see the actual balloons take off, and we almost missed it this time because we were trying to find parking. But we made it, and it was really cool to see all the hot air balloons go up, see all the variety of different shapes and sizes and colors. And it was a pretty cool experience. I wouldn't spend an entire day there, but there's a lot of people, and I'm not into that. But it's really cool. If you ever get the chance to go, I would definitely do so. The only caveat is that we had to wake up at 4 a.m. to be able to make it because it was an hour away and had to find parking. So there's that. After the hot air balloon festival, because it's somehow on the way, we went to Guanajuato capital.
Take this. I'm gonna show myself.
Very cultural. There's a lot of things happening at the center of it. There is a university here. There's a big church that you can see out in the distance in the middle of the city. A lot of weddings happening there. So there's like a lot of tourism like overall. And that's exactly what we got to experience.
Yeah, it's literally what this is. Thanks.
Oh my god, these stairs are incredible.
We walked around, had to find a local coffee shop to kind of just walk the streets. Melissa and I have been here before, and we did stay over a couple nights. So I kind of have the general idea of like where I'm at, and kind of just taking Anthony and Blanc to kind of just sightsee for a little bit. Found this really cool coffee shop, antique shop, which actually ended up having more antique shops like back to back. So, Melissa and Blanc had to indulge themselves into. There's a little shopping spree there. Anthony and I were just there for vibes and food and coffee. There was a little pop-up market that was really cool. And after that, we decided to walk a little bit and kind of just meet up with my family, which was at another restaurant. So there's no shots of that here, but just know that we ate some food. Towards the end of the trip, as we were wrapping up, on the other side of the city, there is a sort of half-built, not abandoned in the sense that there's nobody there, but abandoned in the sense of project-wise, an old train station that has been converted into a market. So that's where we're at right now. It's a really cool market. There's a ton of vendors. There's a ton of food places within the market. It's a really cool experience, and there's a ton of street food carts all over. You can kind of see all the sort of like tourism that I was talking about. It was filled with people. Something that's really cool about the city as well. You can't see them here, but there are underground tunnels where cars are driving up and down since it's sort of like built into the mountain. It's a really cool experience. It's a really cool city. I really like it. Tony loved it. And that's pretty much it for our Mexico trip. That's where we sort of ended everything. Not our traditional video on the channel, but it's something that we enjoy capturing, something that we enjoy doing, traveling and sort of just documenting our experience. So hopefully this has been a pretty cool video for you guys. It was great for us to just capture and document it as well. We had a ton of fun. And yeah, looking forward to the next trip, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.